everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I thought I would do a autumn reading list. I did one of these in the summer and I don't know about you, but for some reason in the fall I just want to read like a million books. I have quite a few that I picked out. I honestly just went through YouTube videos of like, you know, those like book YouTubers and I picked out some of the ones that I thought would be interesting. And like I said in my summer reading list, I'm not a huge reader, so there were quite a few books that might have been out for a while and you know, everyone else has read them but I haven't. So I picked out quite a few books that I thought would be perfect for the fall time, so here it goes. So actually, you know what, I guess I'll start off with the classic. I put one classic in here. A lot of these are young adults just because that tends to be the majority of the like fall reading list videos on YouTube is all young adult books and people that like young adult books. So I personally really love like classic books, but I only put a few in here. Actually, literally only one. So the classic book that I wrote down and I really want to read is Anne of Green Gables, and I have actually read this before. I read this when I was a lot younger, and the reason why I want to read it again is just because there's this one quote in Anne of Green Gables and it's like one of my favorite quotes ever. There's another one that I really like in Anne of Green Gables as well, but this one specifically, it goes something along the lines of, I'm so glad we live in a world where there are Octobers. I just think that is such a beautiful quote. I just love it because I love October, I love fall, and I want to read Anne of Green Gables just so that I can pass by that quote and just be like, I thought I would just put that down on the list. And I haven't read that book in literally so long, like probably like 10 years. Okay, so I don't know much about the books I'm going to be talking about because I haven't read them, but this next one that I want to read is called The Raven Boys. I don't know much about it. All I know is that it's kind of perfect for fall and Halloween. I mean, the title itself, The Raven Boys. It kind of reminds me of Vampire Diaries in a way. But anyway, they go on like a ton of adventures and stuff like that, and it's a little dark and mysterious, so I'm excited to read that one. That sounds like it's going to be a good one. Okay, this next book that I want to read, which is a part of a series as well, is called Born Wicked, and it's about witches, and I just think that I love witches. I love books about witches. They're so fascinating to me. I don't know what it is. If you've seen my summer reading list, you'll know I love Witches of East End. Not really the books, but the TV show I love, and yeah, I don't know what it is about witches, but I'm just like so obsessed with them. Yeah, it looks as if it's set in like a different time, which would be really cool. Oh, this one I'm really excited for. This one is called The Diviners. It's by Libba Bray, and basically all I know about it is that it's set in New York City, which I love, and in the 20s. Like, that is just so me. I love it. One of my favorite books of all time is The Great Gatsby, which is, you know, set in New York and it's from the 1920s. So this one is just like right up my alley basically, and apparently it's like creepy and there's like supernatural powers and just like a whole bunch of creepy shit. So I'm really excited for this book, and just the fact that it's set in the 20s in New York City, like that's like just me. Okay, this one sounds really good. I'm so excited for this. I love historical fiction. I'm just obsessed with it. I don't know why. I really love it. And this one is called Prisoner of Night and Fog. Basically, it's set in the 1930s. It follows this girl who's Hitler's niece, I'm pretty sure. And so obviously, you know, you don't think your family is ever like bad, and she has to find out that he's not a very nice man, and it kind of goes through all of that. And I think it's pretty suspenseful, and there's definitely some dangerous parts in this book, so I'm really excited for this one. I think this one would be so good. I love like World War II historical fiction books and all that. And then I want to read Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. The movie looks pretty good, although it kind of reminds me of X-Men a little bit, just like in children form, I guess. I've heard really great things about the book, and it's very fitting for fall, especially around Halloween, because the pictures in it are like creepy and stuff like that, so I really want to read that and just look at the pictures. So I had to put that one on, especially since they've made a movie and it's It's either out already or it's gonna come out, I'm not sure, but gotta read that book first before I watch the movie. And then the next on my list, I have a book called A Great and Terrible Beauty. Now, I'm really not sure what this is about. It says it's set at a Victorian boarding school, which is really cool. Okay, I'm on Goodreads for a sec, and it says, a Victorian boarding school story, a gothic mansion mystery, a gossipy romp about a clique of friends in a dark otherworld fantasy. Jumble them all together and you have a complicated and unusual first novel. For whatever reason, when I was watching YouTube videos about fall books, I liked this one. I did this a few weeks ago, so I don't remember why I liked this one, but there's obviously a good reason since I wrote it down, so I'll check that one out for sure. This one I'm very excited for. It's another historical fiction, I'm guessing. It's basically set in kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like Tudors or like Reign. It's kind of like set in the 1600s, I'm guessing. It's called Tarnished. I don't remember if I said that already. Historical fiction is really nice in the fall. I don't know what it is. I just love it. This isn't on the list, but I just thought of it now and I forgot about it. I also really want to read a book called Dorothy Must Die. There's, I think, 2 others in the series. Pretty sure this book is about how Dorothy goes like evil or something like that, which I need to read, basically. Wizard of Oz is one of my favorite stories, favorite movies, favorite musicals of all time, and it's just iconic, right? So, I mean, I have to read that. I feel like that's very fall themed, it's very Halloween themed. I really love to watch Wizard of Oz during the fall time. I haven't yet, but maybe I'll save that for around Halloween time. And this next one that I want to read is called Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare. This one I feel like everybody's read, like I'm not kidding, and I haven't yet. And there's even a TV show, but it's really cool because it's set in the 1800s and I love the 1800s, and it deals with time travel, I'm pretty sure. And then of course it deals with like vampires and demons, and I'm pretty sure witches or warlocks. That sounds really cool, and just the fact that it is set in the 1800s. Anything like with supernatural stuff like vampires and witches and all that stuff, and then also back in like the 1800s, that's just like my kind of book, so I'm excited to read that. I feel like I read a lot more like fantasy or like historical fiction, that type of stuff, like heavier stuff in the fall and winter. I really like classics, I really like historical fiction. Not a huge fan of young adult, just because a lot of it is like time travel and dystopian future, and I'm just like not about that. So that's it for this video. I'm sorry if I was like all over the place. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know in the comments what books you like to read in the fall. Definitely stay tuned for my future videos. I'll be doing a autumn music playlist. I'm very excited about that one. But yeah, that's it. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!